You know the people that own this property?
I don't answer questions.
Huh?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions?
No, sir.
All right, I'm Officer T with the Hardeeville Police Department.
Nice to meet you.
I just want to let you know I'm out with you, okay? It's just because you're in this property.
Okay.
Okay. Just checking to see if you know the people that own this place.
Okay.
We've had people drive through the yard and cause some damage.
I understand.
That's it. So if you don't know them and you're not supposed to be here, then you need to leave the property, okay? Is that fair?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions?
No,
I'll tell
sir.
you what, you got your driver's license on you?
For what, sir?
Because I'm getting out with you because you're on property that doesn't belong to you.
How do you know this, sir?
Because you won't answer my question.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abaya Israel, former police officer, former sheriff's deputy. And today's video comes to you from a YouTube channel by the name of Orlin Escoto. If you have not subscribed to his channel, please make sure you go and do so. So I just want to add really quickly before we finish with the video. Reasonable articulable suspicion. Police officers do this so many times. They would tell you, I have reasonable suspicion. But remember, always remember, it can't just be a suspicion or suspicion in the way that they try and make it seem. It has to be reasonable, articulable suspicion that you are committing a crime. They must be able to articulate the fact that you are suspected of committing or have committed a crime. Also, when it comes down to private property, if police do not have permission from the property owner, they have no authority to tell you to leave private property. So even if you are on private property, without the property owners calling the cops or stating to the cops, hey, I want that person to leave, a cop just can't stop you and say, hey, you must leave. They have no authority to do so. And unless they see you commit a crime, cops can't conduct traffic stops on private property. And as we're about to see in this video, they have no clue if this driver lives there, if he's visiting, if he's a friend, a relative. They have no clue because he's going to refuse to answer every question. I just want to say kudos to this driver in this video. He did an excellent job. And at the end, you're going to see how frustrated the police are because they could not trick him out of his rights. Kudos to this driver. Let's jump into this video.
Can I talk to your supervisor?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, that's perfect. 514, Tango 2.
With what's going on nowadays, cops fish a lot.
Not here.
So, you know,
Not
I like to make sure.
You're on property that you don't own. Okay.
You don't know that, sir.
I do know that you don't own this property.
Okay.
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 So you're on property that you don't own. Now, if you have permission to be here, that's fine. But you won't identify yourself, so I don't know that you got permission to be here or not.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's no big deal. He'll be here in a minute.
Thank you.
What's up?
I don't know. I was at the little part right of the concrete. He pulled behind me. I saw he was reading my. He was
the concrete right here.
right here where the little shadow is.
Yeah.
I was there, and he pulled behind me. Started checking my plates.
Yeah.
So he's.
Do you live here?
When I don't answer questions. When.
So that's what I got.
So when I was.
I believe you were difficult the last time we talked to you at the park.
I didn't. Did I speak with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is obviously because you were on lunch break, correct?
Affirmative.
Are you on lunch break today
I don't
as
answer.
well?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions.
No,
okay.
sir.
So you're driving in this state though, and you're on property that is not yours. You understand that, right?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Do you understand that?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
That's a question. I can't. I don't answer questions.
So listen, man, you're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that, right?
I don't answer questions.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't answer questions.
This is what I got.
You do realize that, like, you acting like this is not helping the situation.
I understand. I'll answer that question. I understand that.
You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the reason for being difficult? Please tell me.
I don't answer questions, but let me ask you a question. Am I being detained right now?
What's that?
Am I being detained right now?
Yes, you are.
For what reason, sir?
For what reason?
Yes.
For you're on private property that is not yours.
How do you know this?
What's that?
How do you know this?
This vehicle does not return to here. You will not provide any information that say this property is yours. We patrol this area every single day. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And your car has never been here. And you don't live in that trailer. You understand the police department is a block down the street, right?
I'll answer that question.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so if you can tell me that you're here visiting a friend and we can verify that, we'll be out of here.
I don't answer questions, sir.
But
So if
That's
I don't,
not-
if
that's
I
not
don't answer
answering the
none of your
question.
questions, what's gonna happen to me at this point?
what do you mean?
What's gonna happen? Because I'm missing my lunch break because he told me that I was being detained. After I was being detained, I told him I'll speak to a supervisor.
Yeah.
So I
So
want
are
to
you
know
going
when.
to speak with me or are you going to play these games? Because I'm all with being a grown adult in this situation, okay? And I understand your rights and all that, okay? All right?
Am I required to answer your questions?
You are at this point because he is out with you, okay?
So
as
will-
a suspicious vehicle on private property.
Okay.
So at this point,
He has to
okay, all we
investigate.
need is reasonable suspicion. You understand that, correct?
Suspicion of what?
What's that?
Suspicion of what?
That any type of criminal activity may be afoot.
Like what,
All right,
sir?
being able to invest until our investigation or our suspicion is dispelled, we can ask you questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I
You
have to
understand
answer
that?
them?
What's that?
Do I have to answer your questions?
You have the right to remain silent in anything you want
Then
to
I'll
do.
remain
okay?
silent, sir.
I'm not gonna-
Until you're done with your investigation, I'll.
However, what you're leading us to, and this is completely unnecessary. Okay.
So if I'm not doing anything wrong,
Listen,
I'm supposed to prove
Listen.
to you that I'm not doing nothing wrong? Is that how it works? I'm asking
Listen.
a question to you
Okay.
that you're a
Okay,
supervisor.
so, yeah. All right. So let me explain it to you one more time. Okay. You're on property that does not belong to you. Correct. Yes. Because you don't answer questions. But that is correct. 100% truth at this point. An officer sees that you're here, goes out with your vehicle, and sees that the vehicle is occupied by one individual, which is you.
Yes.
That's truth. Okay. So from that point, what are you doing here, sir? Do you live here? No,
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
And that's what I told him.
So do you understand what our job is?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Investigate
So
away.
if you're not where
I'm
you're
not- I'm not
supposed to
stopping
be,
you.
go knock on their door.
He would tell me. Now, let's say this.
Listen,
If I would have answered all your questions,
we would be done.
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So what's
like,
the
you're
difference?
making this more
so
difficult.
what's the difference? If I would answer your
Because
questions,
listen. A reasonable person would answer those questions.
Okay.
Okay? And they would understand that when a law enforcement officer stops you in a vehicle, that you're required to identify yourself at that point. And they would understand that when a law enforcement officer stops you in a vehicle, that you're required to identify yourself at that point.
And here's another thing. Cops are used to people simply doing what they say. That's why he stated what he just stated. A reasonable person would just do it. No, know your rights. Stand on your rights.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll make sure with the chief if that's correct, because that's why I'm recording this.
That's fine.
because
We're recording
then,
too.
Then I'll take it up a little higher and find out if if everything that you guys have done from the moment that I started recording was correct. We'll find out, because
That's
I know I'm not doing nothing wrong.
You're absolutely doing something wrong by not identifying yourself at this point.
Have I committed a crime?
What's that?
Have I committed a crime?
Have you committed a crime?
Yes.
As far as what? Trespassing?
Trespassing.
Yes, you have.
So
You have committed
so the
a
law for trespassing, don't I have to be told to leave in order for me to be trespassed?
What's that?
Don't I have to be told to leave a place in order to be trespassed?
You could be. Yes. All right. But if it's posted, no. Or if the resident calls and says there's somebody here and I don't want him here,
did someone
we can
call?
come make contact with you
Did someone call?
and identify you.
know.
No, no one
Okay.
called. No, no one
Okay.
called. No, no one
Okay.
called.
Okay.
Again, I don't understand why you're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
I have my reasons, but I'm not gonna do. I'm not.
Well, you
I'm
did
not
this
gonna
last time too.
I'm not
at
gonna.
the park.
I'm not gonna divulge
So it's not
that.
it's not something new with you.
What did I do last time at the park?
The same exact same thing with this officer.
And what happened?
What's that?
What happened that
You
time?
ended up identifying yourself once I spoke to you.
I did not.
Yes,
Yes, you did.
I didn't show anything. Did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
You identified yourself.
Oh,
when I
I'm
said
sorry.
Yeah. So that's why.
So
like.
okay.
So
in
again,
that time,
if you have an issue with the way things
So-
are being handled, I have no problem with talking
and I
to
do,
you.
and that's why I'm recording this, because I have my reasons. Now I'm gonna let you do your job. I'm not stopping you from doing that.
No.
Is
what
that
you're-
true?
What you're doing right
Because
now?
look,
listen.
don't
I'm
I
gonna
have
be-
the right to remain silent?
You always have the right to remain silent.
If you haven't told me I committed a crime,
Do you have a driver's license?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. So see, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So you expect us to let you drive off?
What have I done wrong?
I've already told you that.
What?
You're on property that does not belong to you.
How
correct?
do you know that?
What's that?
How do you know that?
Because I know you do not live here.
Who told you this information?
What's that?
Who told you this information?
That's from knowing the community. The
Okay.
street that we drive down hundreds of times every single day.
Okay.
Okay?
So you know
So
everyone
again,
that lives
listen.
here. No, I'm asking a question. You
Go
know
ahead.
everyone that lives here. You know all their friends. You know everybody. You know everybody that's doing business here. You know everybody that works here. Is that correct? And I don't.
No, that's not correct.
And I don't belong. Just the way I look there, I don't belong there, right?
People don't park right there on somebody's front lawn that don't live here. You understand that, right?
I don't answer questions, sir.
So
You keep asking questions that I don't want to answer. So
It's just a
don't,
simple
don't I
question.
have the right to not answer the questions I don't want to
You
answer?
cannot answer whatever
so
you
I
want.
remain silent. So whatever question you ask, I'll plead the fifth. I'll stay quiet.
okay.
And I'll let you do what you gotta do. Like I said, I know I'm not doing
Listen,
nothing
man.
wrong. I know I'm not doing nothing
no
wrong.
one's even saying you're doing anything wrong.
So why am I being
What-
detained? Why is he asking for my license when nobody has called? Nobody has told me to leave. My car wasn't off. Oh, was it off?
You started driving.
I'm
as soon as I
asking,
ran
was
you
my
down.
car?
I don't know.
You don't answer questions either?
I said I don't know.
I'm sorry, just playing. Sorry.
All right, look,
I get nervous.
I'm done with you.
Okay, go ahead. Do
Are
what
you
you
gonna
gotta do.
identify yourself or not?
What's gonna happen if I don't show any other
Well,
indication?
I can't let you leave because I don't know if you have a driver's license.
Then I'll
Does that
stay
make
here. Do you want me
sense?
to turn off the car? I'll turn it off. Keys on board.
Cops cannot, I repeat, cannot stop you from driving based on the fact that they don't know if you have a driver's license or not. You must first commit an infraction on a public roadway, then the cop can stop you. And at that point, if he discovers or if she discovers you don't have a driver's license, then things are different. But at this point, it's BS.
Where's the sign that I said that I can't park there to turn around to do anything?
Listen.
Now, I was gonna finish, but I'll let you.
I
finish.
understand
Go
where
ahead.
you're going with this, all right? And you have a valid point. And you have a valid point. And you have a valid point. Okay? As far as, are there no trespassing signs posted on the property? I don't see any. Okay? Honestly.
So can I leave?
You're not worth me ripping out of your vehicle. Okay?
I'll get out. You don't have to
You know
do
what I'm
that.
saying? I'm just saying. It's
If you
not
tell
worth
me to
it.
get out, I'll get out. You don't have to rip. You don't have to threaten me with ripping me out of
Well,
the
I'm
car.
just letting you know if like that's what you're looking for, like for this to escalate any further, it's not going to.
And am I free to
Reasonable
go?
suspicion.
Am I free to go?
It would help. Now listen,
Answer my question and then you can go. Am I free to
No.
go?
you haven't answered a single one of my questions to dispel our myth
Because
that
I'm
there's
not.
any
I'm
type
not.
of criminal
I don't have
activity
to.
afoot.
If I'm trying to,
Okay.
without you
So,
threatening me, and then
If
I
you
get
don't
hyped.
have a driver's license,
Uh-huh.
which you know for fact, yes or no, okay, then I would not drive. That's my advice to you. Since we can't make contact with that homeowner right now to verify that you're allowed to be here, all right, you can sit here until they get home. Sit here.
So can
All
I
right.
leave? Am I free to go?
You're free to go. But consider this your education session, okay? Because the next time it's not going to end up like
Not
this.
a good one, bro. You showed more attitude than everything. Can you write down the incident number, please?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your professionalism.